I think all that can be said on behalf of Ivory Tower right now is, uh-oh. Oh no. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and I'm back on the crew today to tell you about a bunch of things that have been found in the game. Some appear to be by accident. Some, no, all of them appear to be by accident now that I think about it. Yeah, rough. So you may remember I did a video where I talked about how Stellantis Italy has found their way back in the game. Stellantis Italy being Abarth, Alfa Romeo, and Lancia. 3 brands that were not in the Crew Motorfest because they're the people who own them, Stellantis Italy, the Italian half of Stellantis, the guys who own Dodge. Well, they were going through a big bunch of management and whatnot, a big bunch of changes, and clearly something happened that meant they couldn't license because they weren't in Forza for very long. Now they are, and now they're coming to the Crew Motorfest this update. But all of the proof of that and what cars are coming in that are in my other video, which you can see if you subscribe. You know, as in you would have seen it when it came out if you subscribed. By the way, you've probably been watching the channel for a little bit, haven't subscribed, swipe up, check. We're on our way to 100,000, alright? So just give it a look. Give it a big... Might as well subscribe. So there are so many cars that we know are coming this update. We've got stuff like the Lykan Hypersport, stuff like the Integra, stuff like... They revealed almost everything. But the one thing they told us that they actually won't be revealed and it'll be announced later on was the shop cars. Other than, we do know that the GR86 is coming April 3rd. So that's the one we do know about, I guess. But other than that, it's confirmed that then we don't know about them. That they're gonna be announced later, I guess. Well, I'm very sorry, Ivory Tower. So right, let's go into this. Now, first and foremost, I have to hope I don't own everything. I have to actually hope that No, damn it. Oh, no, I own all of these. Okay, that's really unfortunate because it all begins with the pink taxi rooftop. That thing right there has unfortunately spoiled an upcoming car in such a weird way. Not only does it confirm that Stellantis Italy is going to be coming back this update, but it also adds a new car that we're going to be getting. And I hope at least what it does is confirm 2 cars, actually. That's my hope, though. So why does it matter? Why does a pink taxi rooftop have any relevance to the crew adding new cars to the game? How does that make any sense, Sid? How does it make any sense? Well, it's rather simple. If you don't own the pink taxi rooftop, you can go in and grab the pink taxi rooftop. Here's the issue. The pink taxi rooftop, like other vanities, will tell you which cars it's exempt from being used on. Because, of course, it's just easier to tell you what it's not available on than tell you every car it is available on. So, the pink taxi rooftop, let's find out. Let's find out what cars this thing isn't available on. It's rather simple. It's not available on the Aerial Nomad and the Aerial Atom. Oh, and look at that. It's not available on the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. Would you look at that? Now, this is a really funny one because it's because it's the pink taxi rooftop. That's what screws up this reveal. That's what leaks this early. A pink taxi rooftop. That's so unfortunate. Good job, pink taxi rooftop. Without you, we couldn't have been here. You know what? You're a lifesaver. All right. Thank you, pink taxi rooftop. Long live. Long live. So there seems to be a bunch of stuff. Well, actually, you know what? I'll talk about the whole nature of this in a minute. Well, the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale is this car right here. There's different variations of this older version, but mostly it'll have this vague shape because this is the one that's coming to the game. 1968, I believe this is the 1967 one that is pictured on your screen right now. But I hope, I sincerely hope that this one confirms 2 cars. for one simple reason. So here's why, right? Because my absolute favorite genre of crew elite bundles that they've done is the legacy elite bundles, or at least that's what I've called them, because sometimes you'll get elite bundles with just 3 random cars, but these ones I love because they have the old version of a car and the new revamped version of a car. The old version and the new one inspired by it. The old version and the most modern version of that car. I love this style. First, I don't know what it is in me, you know? Maybe it's the fact that it's a new modern retake of a whatever look. I talk about it more on the Stick Drift podcast, a podcast for all things cars, car culture, racing games, and motorsports. We just uploaded a 2-hour Black Panther guest episode. But that's where I talk more about why I like stuff like this sort of Top Gun Maverick Elite bundle. But the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale fits into this perfectly because they literally just got a brand new modern retake on the 33 Stradale, which I've talked about on the podcast because I mentioned how it's kind of growing on me. I didn't like it when it first was revealed, but I genuinely, it might not even be that bad anymore. Honestly. So my hope is that we get an elite bundle that looks a little like this, but in the... It's gonna make me save the image. Looks a little like that, but in the elite bundle. But hey, that's just my hope. It's whatever if we don't, but I would like, you know, hey, 2 cars is better than 1, and I like the vibe of these legacy bundles that they do. Hey ho, this is only the first hypercar that we are likely to get, and actually, I don't even know if it's going to be a hypercar, now that I think about it. It is the older version of the 33 It is the older version of the 33 Stradale, which is, of course, well, you know, the EB110 was a hypercar. So, yeah, sure. They made the Countach, old Countach not a hypercar, but they made the EB110 a hypercar. So who's to say they wouldn't make the 33 Stradale old one a hypercar? Unless it actually isn't. At which point, you know what? I feel like the 33 Stradale, it would work in... Can they give it a better name, please? One that's easy for me to say? Look, actually, look at it. It's fine. It's fine either way. It might be a street car, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna call it a hypercar. Hey-ho, you probably like this other one more. Which you'll actually know if you watched the other video the other day. So let's make our way over to the crew's official website. This website right over here, about the new season, Season 3. We got Fame and Glory, Hollywood creators enter the casting of Season 3. Woo, let's go. We got the trailer there as well. We've got the new playlist, Hollywood Action, and hopefully a mid-season playlist, but that's besides the point. Season programming. Oh, would you look at that? We got March, which is Hollywood. We got April. We got... May, and we got June. It can't be my dyslexia that does this, right? It's got to be like, I'm good at math. I just can't talk. Now this video obviously gives us a bunch of different information. Look at that. Look, it's all those cars that they added on launch. Damn, 6 new cars. Okay, yeah, I didn't actually process that. I guess it is. But we've got 6 of those cars. We got the new content added. We got, look, it's the absolute entire festival programming. We got all the summits, all the names of them. In fact, if you check out one of my other videos, you got all the artworks for these summits as well. We know that all 4 of these are going to be premium weeks, and Shmee's is also a premium week. And that plays in to these over here. Would you look at these 3 little assets right here? Now, something interesting about these 3 little assets. They were changed. They were changed after a lot of people started noticing some things on those assets. See, these assets before looked like this, and this was quite the issue because this was sent out in a promotional email with the link. We've got the same style here with the same kind of, you know, taped up with the Motorfest Season 3 and the 03 and the whatever and everyone in them, you know, same thing. But you can see we have a summit car for Black Panther, and for Stereo Online, I suppose he just gets a car that he likes, I guess. I don't know. Does he own a racing version of the Nissan 370Z? Maybe. I don't know. But that's the car he's got right over there. Then we've got, following that, of course, Forsberg's 2 cars in a much cooler layout, tell you what, because his cars are set out like this. Look at how cool that looks. We got the Nissan Z and this. These are the 2 shop cars that they're getting. But then for Shmee, because you'll notice that's the only one left, and Shmee also has a premium summit variation of some kind. Well, Shmee's image has that dude in blue's blue car, but it also has the Zenvo. The Zenvo is coming to the game specifically because you can see it's got his number plate on. It's the SM, I don't actually know what it is, SM4 ME, something like that. Well, it has his exact number plate, his exact configuration. So what it seems is we are getting specifically Shmee's Zenvo to the game with, well, as a summit car. Now, this likely also means that we're going to be getting a base model of this very car, just because that makes the most sense, right? That we get the summit version, which will be Shmee's, and we get then a base model. But if you don't know about the Zenvo, this is a much more basic looking Zenvo. It's the one which has a spoiler that doesn't just go up and down, but it goes right and left. And that seems to be coming to the Crew Motorfest. So another really 2 cars. And they did swap this out, so clearly it wasn't intended to be shown just yet. Appears to be another ivory tower. Oh no. 1, thanks to a website that was linked directly in a promotional email, and 2, thanks to this pink taxi rooftop. So why does this kind of thing keep happening? We get Lancia, we got this, and well, the other one, the website one, that's a completely different reason. But this one right here, the pink taxi and the Lancia being in the event, well, it comes down to the exact same reason that I was able to find an entire new playlist hidden in the game before that playlist even released. That's why I was able to find Drift Volume 2 before Drift Volume 2 released. Because they placed all of this stuff here earlier than it was supposed to be placed. They seem to have fixed that, mind you. I don't think anyone spotted any hidden playlists. I was, hey, there's still time. Go out and search. I've not really got a name for my audience, no. And you know what? I'm going to keep it that way. Just you lot, all right? Go out and search. It's because they don't want to have an entire maintenance and shut down the game every time they want to just add something. Every time they want to add something to a playlist, like a playlist, or add any kind of anything, really, a different car or anything, there'll be hints of it in the game because the car is already in the game. In fact, the game treats it like it's in the game already. That's why the Ferrari SF90 is right there, even though the car didn't come out like till months after, a month after this event was first playable. The Hawaii Scenic Tour event was added to the, of course, Hawaii Scenic Tour being in the game since launch. That car right there, not in the game since launch. The same way that car's right there is the same way that Pink Taxi Rooftop specifies that the upcoming 33 Stradale can't have a vanity. And it's also the way that the Lancia was in that other event. These are just things that they don't want to update, so they're changed right away. But clearly, they need to add these to the patch when they add a new car. The things that activate when you add a new car rather than get added in the game, you know? In fact, it's also the same way they ended up sort of leaking that there was a Ducati in racing, because you would go into an event in the Crew 2 that was racing bike based, and even though they'd never added this bike, it was in the files as a possible bike for racing, so it still showed up in the AI cars. But there you go. Which of these 2 hypercars are you most excited for? But on that note, I will see you boys in the next one. Thank you to popular members, especially experienced members, and an insane thank you to star members Grim, Pepper, and Extreme Speed, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members HK and Extreme Speed again. I'll see you boys in the next one in a bit.